soldier. Spy.
To be honest, I was under the impression that this would be a more concise list, but it turns out that Netflix has a great deal of spy movies and shows that are of high quality. In conclusion, if you are interested in the exciting world of espionage and spies who are willing to betray their allies, then this list is for you. Have a wonderful time, everyone. In today's article, we are going to take a look at the best 10 espionage thrillers that are currently available on Netflix. How about we get started? Number 10. Operation Mincemeat.
Given the fascist network there, we could quite literally float the documents right into enemy hands.
Or if the briefcase is returned to us without the Germans seeing its contents.
The events of this movie take place during World War II, and it follows British intelligence officials as they concoct a plot to deceive the Nazis about the invasion of Sicily by the Allies. They intend to persuade the Germans that the invasion will take place in a different location by placing forged documents on a body that has been altered to look like that of a British officer. This film tells the true story of one of the most daring and creative deception operations in the history of the military, which is depicted in Operation Mincemeat. A significant portion of the reason why this movie is so captivating is due to the fact that it is based on a real-life event. In addition to this, Operation Mincemeat features some outstanding acting, a storyline that is suspenseful, and the high stakes of war, all of which combine to make it an intriguing espionage thriller. Number 9. The Night Agent. When a call lands him in the middle of a high-stakes scheme involving a spy working for the government, the ordinary routine of an FBI agent who works in the White House and monitors an emergency phone is broken. The novel of the same name, written by Matthew Quirk, serves as the inspiration for the exciting and action-packed television series The Night Agent. Despite the fact that the premise can be a little bit unbelievable at points, it is still a pretty exciting story that will have you on the edge of your seat. If, on the other hand, you are able to support a series that makes a genuine effort to entertain you and is relatively effective in doing so, you might find that you absolutely adore it. At the time, there is just one season of The Night Agent, which consists of 10 episodes, and a second season is now in the works. Number 8. Allied.
If she is,
You will execute her with your own hand, and if you do not comply, you'll be hanged.
The plot of this movie revolves around a Canadian intelligence officer and a French resistance fighter who fall in love while on a mission to kill a German official. However, their happiness is jeopardized by the possibility that the woman they are falling in love with is actually a German spy. Robert Zemeckis, who is recognized for directing a number of well-known films such as Forrest Gump and Back to the Future, is the director to whom Allied belongs. Despite the fact that Allied is not even close to being his best film, it is notable for a few things, such as the outstanding performances of the two leads, the presence of several thrilling and extremely captivating scenes, and the presence of an emotional plot. In spite of the fact that it might not appeal to everyone, I believe that those who enjoy spy thrillers should give Allied a shot. On Netflix, it is available in practically every location, although it is not available in the United States. Number 7. The Gray Man.
You gotta kill some people.
The plot revolves around a highly talented CIA agent who, after uncovering some dark secrets within the agency, becomes the subject of a manhunt that includes people from all around the world. Netflix's ambition to launch a high-budget spy franchise in the style of James Bond or Mission Impossible was evident in this particular endeavor. There was a wide range of reactions, with the majority of critics disliking it and the majority of audiences praising it. This typically results in a picture that has some technical flaws but is nonetheless entertaining, and The Gray Man is certainly entertaining. It has a relentless pace, magnificent action moments, and an all-star cast throughout its entirety. Fans of the film will be pleased to learn that there will be a sequel as well as a spin-off in the works, with Ryan Gosling returning to the part he played in the original film. Number 6. Munich: The Edge of War.
what you doing?
This movie tells the story of a British and German ambassador who, in the midst of growing tensions and political duplicity, come together in Munich for a crucial conference. Each of them puts their lives in danger in order to prevent World War II from occurring. I get the impression that this is the point in the list where the movies and series kind of reach a higher level and become virtually obligatory viewing for those who are fans of spy thrillers. An adaptation of a novel written by Robert Harris, Munich, The Edge of War, is a film that does an excellent job of capturing the essence of the traditional war spy thriller genre. In addition to having some outstanding performances, it is highly tight and manages to keep the tension going for the majority of the film. It is a spy thriller that is simply fascinating in general, and those who are fans of war movies should both truly enjoy watching this movie. Number 5. The Blacklist.
I was such a different person. It's quite a story.
Just say goodbye.
I love hats.
Just say goodbye.
See, that's why we got the insurance.
A notorious fugitive who turns himself into the FBI and offers his assistance in apprehending some of the most dangerous criminals in the world is the protagonist of this story. Despite the fact that The Blacklist is not a spy series in its purest form, it contains sufficient characteristics of the spy genre to warrant inclusion on this list. As the former criminal who is now an informant, James Spader is the star of the show and delivers an outstanding performance. In order to create a show that is extremely difficult to turn off, the series performs an excellent job of mixing high-stakes suspense, high action, and storyline twists. Fans of espionage thrillers will find The Blacklist to be an excellent choice for viewing, despite the fact that the plot of the show occasionally deviates from the norm. Number 4. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
I need you to do something.
Going to have to send you up into the lion's den. We're both looking for the weaknesses in one another.
A retired British intelligence officer is summoned back to expose a Soviet agent working within the upper echelons of MI6 in this story, which takes place during the Cold War and follows him as he is presented with the mission. Tinker Tailor Soldier Espionage is an espionage thriller that is expertly produced, has a strong atmosphere, and is filled with paranoia concerning the Cold War. In addition to the rest of the ensemble cast, which also includes Benedict Cumberbatch and Tom Hardy, Gary Oldman is performing exceptionally well as he always does. Tinker Tailor Soldier Espionage is undeniably a fantastic example of the espionage genre, yet there is a significant drawback to the fact that it is now only available on Netflix in the United Kingdom. Number 3. The Spy.
My name is Kamel Amin Thabit. I hope I can do the same. We all have secrets.
The narrative of an Israeli clerk who became a Mossad agent and infiltrated the highest tiers of the Syrian government in the 1960s is the inspiration for this limited series, which is based on historical events. By concealing himself as a successful businessman, he is able to negotiate a perilous double life while simultaneously acquiring vital intelligence that is used to influence Israel's security policies. An espionage thriller that is both thrilling and frightening, The Spy does an excellent job of capturing the tremendous stakes and emotional toll that come with leading a double life. Sacha Baron Cohen demonstrates his tremendous range as an actor by performing an outstanding performance in the major role. The Spy is a fantastic series that features a plot that is not only thrilling, but also contains some fascinating historical details and a period-appropriate setting. Number 2. The Courier.
The idea that you are an ordinary businessman and nothing more than an ordinary businessman.
Soviet intelligence you got at a time where Russia and America are on the brink of nuclear war.
It is a true story that takes place during the Cold War and tells the story of a British businessman who is recruited by MI6 and the CIA in order to carry messages to a Soviet officer in order to help prevent a nuclear war. This film does a terrific job of portraying the stress and paranoia that everyone felt during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Benedict Cumberbatch has an outstanding performance in The Courier, and the film does a good job of accomplishing this. In general, The Courier is one of the best espionage movies that has been made in recent years. It has a style that is reminiscent of the past, which transports you back to that time period. At the moment, it is accessible in a few regions of Netflix, such as Australia, Belgium, the Netherlands, and other regions. Number 1. Killing Eve. The main character of this series is a boring MI5 security officer who develops an unhealthy obsession with the idea of apprehending a talented and psychotic gunman. Killing Eve is a sophisticated spy versus spy type series that is a wonderful game of cat and mouse that is not only well written but also quite entertaining. The performances of Sandra Oh and Jodie Comer, whose unique interplay helps to drive the series, are one of the things that make this show stand out above others. In addition to that, it contains a substantial amount of dark comedy, and when combined with a tremendous suspense, it creates a watch that is quite addictive.